original Don't Breathe is absolutely one of my favorite horror thrillers of the last couple of years, and now that we're finally getting a sequel that I was pretty skeptical about when they announced, I gotta say, it was actually pretty good, and surprisingly not that bad. What's going on, buddy? Welcome back to a brand new movie review. Today I'm going to be discussing Don't Breathe 2, once again starring the likes of Stephen Lang, who's playing again the blind veteran who must use his military training to save a young orphan from a group of kidnappers. So like I said, I absolutely love the original Don't Breathe. I think that is seriously one of the best horror thrillers of the last couple of years. But when you announce a sequel and it's going to be really much just starring and the main character will be the shitty person from the original movie who did some despicable shit in that film. And I'm not going to get into spoilers if for any reason you haven't seen the movie. You definitely should. I was skeptical. How are you going to make me follow this guy and cheer for him to kill these other people? And I gotta say, they actually pulled it off in some rights. I don't think this film's perfect. I do think it's a little bit of a step down from the first movie. But if you go to see this, you're going to get something a little bit different than the original. Yes, it starts out on that basic concept of, yes, this blind man clearly cannot see you. He has to use every bit of sound to his advantage. And that's the fun aspect, that thrilling part. But since you're mostly following him and this young orphan girl that he is taking care of, there are some interesting aspects to there to see how they're able to implement that horror thriller vein back in there. But really much what this does is it does take that twist in becoming more of a slasher film than anything else. And the kills, my oh my, they are brutal, bloody, and pretty fantastic if that's your thing. Of course, if you guys are new here though, and you guys do love talking movies, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button, because I also love talking movies. I want to hear your guys' thoughts down below in the comment section, as well as stay tuned to the end of the video. Sony got to send me this awesome unboxing press kit, and I did a whole unboxing video, but I thought I'd throw it in the review, so look out for that at the end of the video. Like I said, I did enjoy Don't Breathe 2. I think this was actually surprisingly not that bad, and actually a pretty good sequel. Again, step down from the original, and I give them props for going a little bit in a different way. You know, I thought there was many different avenues they could have taken, especially if they wanted to bring back the original main character that did survive the first film. But for me, the fact that they made this more of a slasher, I think made it to that B-level horror film, which was just fun to see this guy killing people. And in a sense, the movie, while the synopsis is a blind veteran using his military training to save an orphan girl, it's really much about this shitty guy who has done despicable shit in the past, very despicable stuff, especially if you've seen the first movie, who is killing, honest to God, terrible people. Shitty, terrible people. And it's just seeing these two alpha shitty people fighting one another, going at it, and pretty much just trying to see who can come out on top. You know, it's nothing that's going to leave you riveted or emotional by the end, but you're going to be sitting there getting some pretty damn brutal kills and some intense moments as well, which is something that the first film did so good, was making you hold the edge of your seat for dear life. And this one kind of does the same thing, because you do feel like you don't know what's going to happen around this corner, who's going to die in this way, and it's fun in all those different avenues. Now, if you've seen the trailer for this movie, they do give away a couple different kills, which was a little bit disappointing, because I wish I didn't know where the story was going from point A to point B, and I could kind of start pointing together to where it was going to go. But the twists and turns that the story actually takes in here, and I'm curious to know if everyone caught on to it, I actually dug. And while I did think it was a little bit predictable, I liked it. And I think, again, it's nothing that I'm going to be able to sit there and put logic with it, because there are some baffling dumb things that, like, you'll be sitting there like, well, how did he get there? How did he do that? Like, okay, I guess I can put that to my mind, but that's a pretty big coincidence. And you kind of just have to turn off your brain and just watch the dude kill some people. And Stephen Lang's great at that. Stephen Lang is really much elevates his role to such a other level, and you really much believe that he is a blind guy. I mean, it's incredible. You saw it in the first movie, and you see it more here. And there's actually an emotional core to his character in here that I don't think stuck the landing completely and made me really come to like this guy, because again, if you've seen the first movie, he's not a great dude. But even at the center of it all, the relationship between him and this young girl is very important to the story, and at least you can get latched in to that aspect, and especially wanting this young girl to survive. Overall, that's why I did enjoy this movie, because what I was going into is like, how am I gonna cheer for this guy? What are we doing here? Is it gonna be the exact same concept of just people trying to break into his house and now just steal the girl for some despicable reason? And, you know, for some ways, in shape and form, yeah, that's what it is. But that's like the first half of the movie. The back half of the movie is really different, and again goes more in that slasher thriller vein. And some of the camera shots, some of the cinematography was actually quite incredible. And one of the big things I want to give a shout out to is one of the earlier scenes is a whole one-take shot throughout this entire house that really had me on edge the entire time, and I was like, damn, I didn't expect that in a horror film. Overall, Don't Breathe 2 did surprise me. It's not that bad. It's a little bit melodramatic. Some of the dialogue is not that great, and absolutely, it's still hard to cheer for the main character, but as a B-level horror movie that's just fun to see some guy killing shitty people, and that's really it, I do give him a kind of applause for trying something a little bit different than the original one. I love the original Don't Breathe, so I knew it probably wasn't going to hit the heights that I needed it to, but I still walked out going, that was fun, that was entertaining. If you go in just wanting a good time at the theaters, you're definitely going to get that. So with all that said, I'm going to give Don't Breathe 2 a B-. Way better than I actually thought it was going to be, but I'm happy to come out of the theater and say, that actually wasn't too bad. Let me know down below, guys, what your guys' thoughts are on Don't Breathe 2, and as well as make sure to head on over to Samsung Films on how to see films, and of course, it's a big thing to you and a big thing to my Patreon supporters, because without you, I wouldn't be able to do this. Now on to the unboxing. Brand new unboxing for Don't Breathe 2. The great people at Sony got to send me over this thing. It's exclusively in theaters this August, which is actually today as the video is being posted. It's already in theaters. My review should be out as well. We're going to get this beautiful thing opened up. It's this pristine box. I love it. And we got this little envelope that says bad things happen to bad people. Now, don't know what that might mean, but let's open this on up, kind of see what's in here. These are not always as they appear. Turn off the lights so you can see what I see. Use this hammer to break the glass and find what is inside. Look a little closer to unveil another surprise. Okay, cool. So we got to do this in the dark. We're doing this out inside because I knew I had to break glass and didn't want to do that inside. So we got this. We got this hammer. That's awesome. Maddie, can you come over here and film this? My sister's over here. She's going to help me film me breaking the glass. Set. Cool. Don't Breathe 2. There we go. All right, let's pick our way out of this. So we got a screwdriver, I think. We got a... what is this? We got a Don't Breathe 2 super glue. Kind of confused on what I need to do with this. I guess this whole box comes out. Alright, let's see. Can we get the box open? Feels like it should open. That can't be it. I'm so confused. Turn off the light so you can see what I see. Use this hammer to break the glass and find what is inside. Look a little closer to reveal another surprise.
Yeah.
Maybe. To be continued.
An hour later.
Guys, there's a QR code. Let's take a look. you so much to Sony for sending over that press kit. I didn't expect for it. It came and I was like, oh, this is pretty cool. Let's do a damn unboxing. Again, I love the original Don't Breathe, so the fact that I got to cover this one and we actually got a sequel to it and it actually wasn't that bad was pretty 2 big thumbs ups for me. Let me know down below what your guys' thoughts are, and of course, until next time, stay classy.